You are a fresh packet of berries, nicely washed, ready for me in the fridge. We're going to speak about the juicy, sexy altcoins that are coming in, friends. We're going to start entering a phase of the bull market where even if you call a coin a scam, people will buy it. That's right. People are going to buy it anyway. You see, there's a big, distinct difference between now and the bear market. In the bear market, just so you know, this is the psychology of what goes on. In the bear market, no matter what I say or anybody says that's positive about a coin, about Bitcoin, Ethereum's, Pulse Chain, PulseX, Hex, Chainlink, it doesn't matter. The bug eaters chose Chainlink, friends. They had CCIP finally released. Literally, the bug eaters. Swift, the actual bug eaters controlling all the money supply and everything and the conduit for all the international finance system. They freaking chose this coin. Didn't matter. So even with these strong fundamentals, people see the strong fundamentals, they buy a bit, but because cycles are bigger than that, right? They're bigger than just one news story. Because the candles go red after that, people look at the red candle and they go, oh, crap, something's wrong, panic, panic, panic. They have fear. You see, fear. The markets are driven by fear. Fear on the downside and then fear of missing out on the upside. Fear and FOMO. In that bear market, when people see the good fundamentals and the coin still goes down, the red candle, they go, ah, and they sell. And you're telling them, please, you have a hunchback, you're drinking a lot of soy milk, and that glass of water over there on your desk, yeah, let me guess, room temperature, right? Of course, friends, I don't see a single ice cube in there. These people, unfortunately, they sell lows. We're done with that now. We're completely done. We have now entered the bull market phase, but bull market phase goes in different phases, okay? Now this next phase is going to be fear of missing out. And trust me, I get it too. Of course you get it, friends. You see, like, hey, did this dog with a hat do a 14,000x? What on earth is going on? And what a story as well, by the way. Dog with a hat, friends. The dev sold early and then dumped on everyone and tried to rug it. But the community, like, he sold a lottery ticket and the community overtook it and just smashed it up 14,000x. So I think it went like another 500x from his exit. So imagine this guy makes, like, let's do this. He rugged for, let's say he made $150,000. Okay, but he missed out on 75 million. Wow. Oh, man. I just end myself at that. Wow, 75 million. You see, friends, now you can see why he's salty. These are the types of things that happen in the bull market. We've shifted, though, right, from that bear market. Now, the bull market is this FOMO. It is the fear part as well. Now what happens is even if you call something a scam, people will see green candles in that coin and they'll go, wait a minute, you said it was a scam, but it's going up. So something's going on here. I better get in. I have a fear. You might be really, really, really wrong. And as these things go up, they attract bigger clip sizes and more people. All right. So, just for any reminder, now it's basically every squirrel for himself. You have to hold your own nuts. Keep stacking your strong core altcoins. Now, friends, I know it's boring to stack Chainlink and Pulse Chain, PulseX. I know that. I'm just letting you know, these things, when they reprice higher, they go in steps along the way. They're not having these minus 99% drops like in meme coins. So what you're doing is you're hopping on a faster train, because here's the thing, you're cheating already. Honestly, we're cheating already. And what I mean by cheating is you're meant to be saving cash, right, in non-crypto world. You're meant to be like, oh, save cash for rainy day. Yeah, now we know that's a scam. But then, like, we know you should be saving Bitcoin. You should be stacking Bitcoin. The biggest network effect in the world, not going, theoretically, okay, you should be doing that, but you're not here for that. You're here for juicy, chair-sniffing altcoins. That's what you're here for. Really juicy, really ripe, like the berries in the fridge. And then you even know, you go, okay, boring's not. Bitcoin's a bit boring, so okay, now you get Ethereum. Ethereum could give double the return of Bitcoin. So if Bitcoin goes from 40 to 80, that's a 2x. But Ethereum might do a 4x in that time, from 2,200 to 8,800. So that's wild. That's huge, right? For your savings to go up that much, big time. Once again, let's take it a step further. We're going along the risk curve, by the way. We're going along the risk curve. So then you say, well, I want to stack now something even sexier than that. So Chainlink and Pulse Chain and Hex and they're super sexy. Of course they are. It's just that when we're in the game, and remember, I'm wearing a Pokemon bucket hat, not financial advice, we're so numb to the risk. We are numb. See, you don't even notice of it. It's not normal to see something drop 9% in freaking 6 hours and be like, nah, whatever. 9% is nothing. It's not normal. Think about it. Think if you had savings, friends. Imagine you worked for 10 years and you had 9% down volatility. You've lost a year in 6 hours. Literally a whole year, a price quote. That's the volatility. That's insane. So 9% is nothing. Like, whatever. Even if it drops 25%, we're like a bit like, oh man, that sucks. But you'll take that. You know what I mean? That's not normal, friends. That's not normal at all. We're already on hyperbolic, hyperparabolic, super moonshot stuff. So to seek stuff even beyond that, you got to really be careful. That's why stacking core coins of anything that beats Bitcoin and Ethereum, that's why I'm saying it's a cheat code. It really is a cheat code. Look, when I say that as well, what I'm effectively saying is that if you charted them against Ethereum, they go up. That's all it means. So you can represent all of these, or you can represent all of these, friends, as like, is your thing going to outperform Ethereum? That's all you got to look at on this chart. And this is a regular chart. Okay, I'll put on a log chart. This is Pulse ETH. Okay, so if this chart goes up, Pulse Chain's outperforming Ethereum. If it goes down, it's underperforming Ethereum. Okay, it's just going down. So if this got to this target up here, that's a 9x on your ETH. Like, dude, it's cheap mode, friend. That is cheap mode. But is it cheap mode? No, there's a risk. Of course, there's a risk. What if things don't go so well with the corrupt SEC? What if Pulse Chain just never gets popular? What if Richard dumps everything, or someone dumps everything and just caps every rally? Of course, there's risks everywhere. That's why you're traveling. Like I said, there's no right or wrong move. It's just you're traveling along the risk curve. It's just if you save in cash, right? You're satisfied by the short-term safety. But eventually, like, wait a minute, if I don't plan on dying in the next 5 years, so if I keep saving in cash, I'm losing like 5% purchasing power a year. I've lost like 25% to buy basic goods and services. That's a guaranteed loss. You are guaranteed loss to that because they're going to keep printing money. Great. Of course, could be deflation, but that's another topic, right? So, but then you want to get into Bitcoin, and now all right, now to Wall Street coin, and Ethereum's even better than that. That's a WEF coin. Okay, now I'm just using these marketing terming words because they become more effective for all of us in the bull market. Trust me. In a bear market, yeah, you want the World Economic Forum coin, you want Wall Street coin in the bear market. But even do you really want to touch anything in the bear market because everything's so correlated? Okay, so you can directly see this shift starting happening. So that's what I like looking at. Always chart against Ethereum. Your chart has to be doing well against ETH, friends. If it's not, it's literally game over for you. Okay, most of these coins, you can just go down here just to see what it actually looks like if this goes absolutely nuclear. To the top is a 2 or 3x. This is like my target up here, so I'll just put on a log chart. This could be represented by, Ethereum does. So if that's going to do like a 9x against Ethereum from here, that could be that ETH does 4. So it goes from 2,200 to 8,800. That's a 4x for ETH. And so if we're going to do 9 on that, that gives us a 36x. I mean, that's inexcusably, that's almost too big, friends, for a blue chip. We can't even call it blue chip, but like, what's the community, what's backing the asset? It's 200,000 people in the community. And yeah, it's not like 10 plus million like it is in Ethereum, but it's bull market mode. So that's why when we're speaking about stacking strong core altcoins, you still have those lottery tickets because look, there's many you can participate. Of course, for example, trust me, there's an altcoin for everyone. That's something I've been saying for a long time. One of like my prophecies from before, we'd see more and more and more altcoins, thousands upon thousands, and altcoins for everyone's friends. Vegans and like just blue-haired girls and just like everything. Trust me, as this plays out, that's how we know we're getting later towards the end of crypto, basically, in terms of like good gains. But right now, we've made our own subcultures, our own unique stuff. Once we start getting the boomers in and the boring people in from like real world, the normies, that's how you know it's basically a meme. It's like when Facebook now caters to like your mum and your dad. You know what I mean? Like your grandparents just hanging around. So that's how you know it's basically you're not cool anymore. Okay, so that 10% lottery, obviously you already know, have it, and it's okay if it slides a bit more. Don't focus too much on that ratio, but you just know where your mindset should be. So some of you guys like $1,000 to put in crypto this month. Yep, throw in $900 into your strong core altcoins, throw in $100 into the lottery, and just keep stacking that. Okay. Now at the end of the day, It's not perfect, but this is all we need and all we have to guide us going through, because the cycle can get interrupted, stocks can go down, all these things can happen. Just that, I'm as like this messenger. I can tell you what we think works on paper, you put that aside. There's what you think works and what's actually like working. And what I mean by working is the word is demand, friends. This is the most difficult thing, the most hardest thing to master, and also the biggest moneymaker in the world is if you can figure out what consumers want. That's like mastering business. Okay. Now, consumers in the digital economy, they want to gamble. That's it. They want to gamble. It's just we don't use this word often because we're like, no, I'm not gambling, I'm investing. And like we already know it's all freaking gambling. And why we say that, it's because like, how come my coins with strong communities and like proper use cases, why they drop down freaking 95% anyway? You know what I mean? Like it just makes you think about stuff. And how come the scam coins went up more and dropped less? Or the coins like SHIB that literally did nothing. Okay, so these are the things you never get full answers to. It's just that there's a new crowd of people coming in, and the biggest edge you'll find is in this. All right, this is how I already know there's unfortunate people, but they got big egos, so suck it to them. They're going to get wrecked this cycle. They're going to get things so wrong because I already know what they're doing, okay? They're trying to repeat their success from the last cycle, okay? They're trying to repeat their success. They've chosen things that you would only repeat if you were around in the last cycle. And when I was a young trader and you knew the markets, it sounds so logical. Just keep doing what works. But crypto ain't any normal cycle, friends. Crypto, there's like, that yin yang, there's like the pro, con, the balance part, right? The balancing part, the positive force is, yes, there's life-changing gains and it's super fast, and there's a big time delay before, the speed goes up, and then we have a lot of times to launch, okay, in terms of accumulating. And of course, like, time could be like weeks or months. But unfortunately, the bad part is cycles move fast, and there's a big pool of people who could join crypto in the world, okay? There's like, billions, whatever it is, okay? We've already got, as each part of the people not in the pool, okay, who start joining in crypto, they come in, and this is where we get popcorn moonshot type of rocket altcoins. So they're life-changing gains and stuff because the market's really efficient at pricing stuff. But once they're in, now they're not stupid. They learn. Why? It's because they don't lose 20% of their money. They lose 99% of their money. So it forces them to learn. So the next pool of people that come in, they're now competing against an ever-growing, smarter cohort of people. And then the ratio of the wise, experienced, the wrecked ones, people with scars, the ratio of the emotional dumb money coming in, like it's unfortunately it's getting worse, right? It's getting worse. It's getting against our favor. So more people are getting smarter. And these things, you get to see when it's too late, right? So, I'm not even exposing your brain to the dead narratives of how everybody's participating in these other ones. For example, like buying 200 coins and stuff, because you can't buy 200 coins because there isn't 2,000 to choose from anymore. Now there's 50,000. I'm not even kidding, okay? So these are the things you just got to think about. And of course, we do have lottery coins, friends. So just to remind you, whenever I say that, a lot of people get scared. Think, oh, is 20 the right number or 30 right? There is no real right number. Just think of it like an organic thing. It's meant to be like you're just picking them as they come. Don't spend too much time thinking about it, just because we don't know what's going to happen in terms of like, someone might invent a whole new tech coming in soon that just makes everything flip on its head. That's what you just got to be prepared for. But at the end of the day, how are you protected? Your strong core altcoins, because okay, chaining, friends, and for example, Pulse Chain, and maybe you guys like Solana and BNB, whatever you want, right? Those higher caps, they're proven use cases in crypto. Even though they might not be as like hot or as big as before, they're actual proven use cases, because we discovered the use case in crypto of layer 1 chains. They are actually cities. You see that? We now have that now. Layer 1 chains, they're cities, and that's how you think about it. Okay, they're cities with roads, and now the altcoins on them are the little businesses. So obviously, would you rather invest in New York, or would you rather like buy the local corner pizza shop? Like, you don't know, right? Depends where the pizza shop is. Does it have a good location? What if the pizza shop is freaking trying to start in a a recession? You see what I mean? There's just higher risk there. So the layer one chain is blue chip when it comes to that. So that, and beautiful part is these layer one chain alt EVM narrative, it's still cycle 2. So everything I'm speaking to you about you now and us bunny hopping, obviously Chainlink's not a chain itself, it's just an oracle, but just almost consider that in the same sector, because as any chain wins, they all connect to Chainlink anyway. So it's benefiting from whoever wins. Okay, so this though is going to be, you're going to throw this out the door in the next cycle. Okay, because it's going to be in the third cycle for that. Because what we might find is we do well having these concepts here, but our success becomes stories for the next cycle people, and then they copy us. They say, oh, well, in 2021, alt EVMs are great. They went 150x, 100x. And then in cycle 2, which is our 2024, 2025, however long it lasts, it went 20x to 30x. So then they think, oh, we're going to get another 20 to 30x. But they might find is they just get a 5 or something, because our volatility is much lower and the upsides are like that. So you can see this is a moving target, friends. Can't mid-curve yourself. But now you get to see, being in these strong core altcoins, it is a cheat code already. Because you should be in cash, that's trash, you go down the risk curve. You should be in Bitcoin, that's trash, throw that in a risk curve. Ethereum's trash, throw that in a risk curve, right? I'll talk about trash for, okay, it's a bull market with the highest return. Okay, so you've already we're going down the risk curve. Now we're in, large cap altcoins. Okay, so there's an appreciation to be had for all of this. Make sure you like, subscribe, bell button, catch you soon.